discovered that the world of tomorrow will essentially do two classes of businesses, which is IT-driven under tech, and the second one is the agro-business. So that's how we came up with two initiatives, agropreneurship and techpreneurship. But as Vice Chancellor, I'll start with the agropreneurship initiative. The chart that the governor gave us in Delta State is to see how we can positively direct and engage the energy of the youth in Delta State to make them more resourceful, and not just being more resourceful, to make them not job seekers but job creators. People that at any point in time will have their own businesses and be able to create jobs for other people. So we looked inward and discovered that where we have the greatest aggregation of youth in Delta State is at the institution, because we discovered that most Deltans love education. So we looked at the 4 state-owned universities, the 2 state-owned polytechnics, and the 2 state-owned colleges of education. We have gone around all the other schools, and I'm happy to announce to you that the school in where I come from is the last. So again, now, under the agropreneurship is a partnership scheme between the Office of the Special Advisor on Entrepreneurship and the universities. What we do is we ask the school for space. The space is for us to have a practical, hands-on demo farm for our youth. These youth, majorly the students and youth from the catchment area of these universities. We intend to introduce a hydroponic farming system. The reason why the hydroponic farming system is being introduced are 2. 1, for security reasons, people don't go to conventional farms anymore because of the fear of being kidnapped or killed. And the other is actually to guarantee food security and also create jobs. Because we discovered that under the hydroponic farming system, the fruits of the crop that are grown under the system can do, they said, between 4 to 10 times better than the one done on normal soil. And a lot of people look at hydroponic and think it's something new or novelty. It's neither of that. Hydroponic farming system has been around for a very long time. People look at planting in soil thinking that it is just the soil that does the magic. It is not the soil. The soil is just to provide for stability of the plant, of the crop. The nutrients are in the soil. That's why you see we pray, some cultures we pray for rainfall, or some people water the soil, just to make the nutrients soluble enough for the root of the plant to actually absorb. But in the hydroponic farming system, the nutrient is already in the water. So I usually like the Latin hydroponic farming system and the normal conventional farming system to the difference between agric fowl and our native fowl. When you see the agric chicken, it's far bigger than our native fowl, because our native chicken are left to scavenge for food, while the agric fowl is just in one place, feeding and getting very big. Little wonder we use them for Christmas. I'm not saying anybody using native chicken for Christmas. So under the hydroponic farming system, we, the Office of the Special Advisor on Entrepreneurship Development, we've also gone a step further, that it's not just farming, this is farming, but the business side of farming. We've designed an app which we share with the institutions that are participating. This app is to connect the farm to the market directly, eliminating the middlemen. When you eliminate the middlemen, you earn more for yourself and you're able to sell at more competitive price. And you are assured of off-taker even before you start. And we'll look at those items that are in great needs and are low-hanging fruits. We want to start with the bell pepper, the tomato. I know that I shared three tomato is being sold at Ebanos supermarket in Lekki for 6,950 naira. And everybody is shouting. So you can see, people see something that is not right, that is not correct. We all know it's not. But I see opportunity for entrepreneurs from that. And this is the only way we can encourage our youth to actually go in there, because our youth, one day, can be assured that there is money there. They are like ants. They will sense the sugar and they will come. So that's why we did that. Now, there's bell pepper, there's tomato, there's onion, there's carrot, there's cabbage. Recently, there's this video that has been going around the social media. It's gone viral now, where people are saying, damn tomato, we no longer use tomato stew. They're now making cucumber stew. Everybody is saying, oh, this is so good. We're going to start having cucumber stew. But I asked them, by the time the demand for cucumber goes up, what other thing goes up? The price also goes up. So that means that we're also creating a good market for cucumber farmers. So these are things that we can actually do with the hydroponic farming system in the school. So what we're offering is that we'll ask for a very large space. We'll usually ask for 1,000 by 1,000. Then that 1,000 by is a joint initiative. We will deploy the greenhouses and we'll plant. We'll have a nursery. We'll plant. And the best way to teach our students, and not just our students, even the staffers of the school who are interested, you all have your farm there with us. As we plant, you wait for our own to fruit, and you wait for us to sell ours first. So that you can see that what we are selling to you is not Bangladesh, or it's not just anything that is not reasonable, you know, that you see it bought, you see us take it to market from our app, and you see the money come in, then you can join. Then when you join, we'll start again, because an all-season farming will teach you how to do yours. Then when you do your imports, the school will retain a certain percentage of your own. We'll retain a certain percentage of your own. It's not just something that's going to be too expensive. The reason why we're doing that is this. His Excellency said he was going to fund us. And please confirm from him, confirm from people around him. He said he was bringing us fund, that we should do this project. I told him, Your Excellency, I beg to deny, don't fund us. He said, why? I said, because the very day you fund us, our focus shifts from what we are offering to that money. You see the civil servant there? Everybody wants that money. See, I'm a politician. Every of my friends want to have a piece of that cake. At the end of the day, I will fail you and I will fail myself. I don't want to do that. Please don't fund us. The way I'll go about it is this. I will provide the initial funding. I will do everything, but I will recoup from charging 20% of whatever is made from that farm. I'll recoup my money. I said, is that possible? I said, yes, it's possible. So that's why, in case you see, you can also restate this to you that this was what we agreed, that I told him not to fund us. So that's why we're charging that. Of course, the school, to providing the space, also will have a certain percentage of the why the person who is who owns the space, who manages that particular space that you call your farm, that would like to call your own business, you also retain the rest. I would like to give a graphical illustration here. 5 weeks ago, there was a drought of bell pepper in Nigeria. Then bell pepper, before that time, was being sold for the 2,500 per kg. When they couldn't find bell pepper, they made overtures to the Delta State asking us for bell pepper. Only one person had bell pepper in Delta State. And for security reasons, I don't want to call his name because he made so much money in those 4 days that we were looking for bell pepper. He had about 10,000 kg of bell pepper were just ripening in his farm. He had a very large farm. And at that point in time, he decided the price. He said he was going to sell the baby at 6,500. Please, school management, do the maths. 10,000 kg times 6,500. What his take home is. And the beauty about hydroponic farming is that from the books, you have between 5 to 10% will be your overhead. More especially that we're using solar cells to pump the water for reticulation of this water. So there is no direct electricity bill. The only bill that we have is the initial cost, which is the setting up, and also the cost of security, because once you have it there, you need a megad, you need security, and we will now went ahead to have a live feed, a camera that will be there, and that will be able to capture moment by moment growth and progress of this farm and relate same to us live, because we're going to have a channel that is dedicated to that life, that will be able to encourage our youth, so that they will see that what we are saying is not just mystic, it's not something that is out of the ordinary, rather it is possible, and also to excite them to have most of them migrate to this kind of farming. And apart from the vertical hydroponic farming, depending if we have good space or not enough space, but we have so many people there, we can also introduce the vertical farming where you go up. And with the vertical farming, you actually maximize space and be able to produce so much more. So you can have, depending on the school and arrangement with the school, we can introduce others like tomato, cucumber, and others that you feel are what you want to have here, or what you want to expose the youth to. The first phase, second phase, you can create it like that. And also to tell you that that's the first scheme, or the first phase of this scheme. The second phase is the assurance that His Excellency made me to give him. We're talking, I never knew that, he was saying he's streetwise. I never knew how deep and wide his street sense and credibility is until he told me about Deltapreneur. And I'm like, I was thinking about it, the chocolate. He said, should we talk about it? Then we should introduce Deltapreneur. So he said I should go to the market. I'll see that they call it Benin Gary. That Gary from Benin is actually from Delta, and it's the most expensive Gary. Before that time, I've never gone to market to buy such things or even gone to price it. So when I went to visit some of our technical partners in Lagos, I decided to make a visit to the market. And to my greatest surprise, I saw that the 50 kg bag of Gary, that time I went, was being sold for 80,000 naira. It was labeled Benin Gary, that's the yellow Gary. And I started quizzing the woman to know exactly the source where this Gary came from. And from this axis, the Delta North axis, Agbor actually, precisely, this Gary came from here, but because of Benin and the popularity of Benin, they call it Benin Gary. But right there, I also saw the Warri Gary. I saw other Gary, there's Jebu Gary and all that. His Excellency said, within 2 years, can you make me promise that you bring back that glory of Delta Gary? I said, yes, it's possible. It's just that the Bible said that which they have imagined in their hearts, no one can stop them. But God said, let us therefore go and touch their tongues. When you touch one's tongue, what is that? You bring confusion. So the only thing that can stop us from doing what you have said, Excellency, is confusion. And if there is no confusion, I'm very aware that we can achieve it. Given the enthusiasm and the passion of the youth, once we're able to raise that passion and feed them with enough enthusiasm to drive the force for this production, in 2 years' time, we'll be at that place where we're actually producing Delta Gary and creating wealth for everyone. And he said that would be my benchmark for you to actually rate you whether you've done well. See you in 2 years' time on this issue. So that's what. So the second scheme, I'm just telling you that we're not starting that now, is that we'll need a very large, secure cultivate the cassava. We were talking with NIT about giving us a variety that yields 3 to 4 months from the time you plant to the time you harvest. The present one in the market is between 6 to 9 months. So when it gets to that time, I believe we work with the school to bring the all. The school is not spending any money. We agree. What the school is to do is to collaborate with us to make sure we have enough youth into the program. And not just students alone, also the youth in the catchment area. The youth in the catchment area that will be interested, we have to be registered by the school as we take their details to actually know where they are coming from, so that we won't go and bring in people that we cannot account for to come and be part of this program, and at the end of the day, they mess it up. So, and also for any other person that's living within the catchment area that is interested, it is possible can accommodate. What we're actually driving at is to see that everybody is resourceful and positively engaged in this Deltapreneurship. The Techpreneurship. One of the Techpreneurship, I was discussing with Excellency, and he said that the former governor, our father, and our political leader, Christian state is smart state, that he has come to bring more to that smartness. That what is it we can do that will be in tandem or in line with his more agenda. So I said we can actually make the youth together that are already smart, more smart, very smart. But in this space, in this context of our discussion, yes, let us use more smart so that we make it them smart. So how do we want to achieve that? We know that IT and IT-related courses are actually the way for tomorrow, the life of tomorrow. And thank God that the see here is a professor of computer science. I love my career. And we are very, very lucky in Ikala to have a professor of computer science heading the school. So we came up with courses that we see that are trending. It's not just enough to teach IT courses. We need to teach courses that are trending, that will make our youth employable and also be able to create employment. The courses that we're applying here, which we will go through with Madam, will submit the soft copy to you for you to go through, since you're a foremost authority on that, and you tweak it or you did it the way you want, is data analytics, cybersecurity, blockchain course, AI course, artificial intelligence, we have the digital marketing, design school. We are collaborating with our technical partners. They are called Cool Lab. They will be the resource persons that will teach this. We're actually open to train trainers. Actually be cheaper for us. But when the trainers are taught, they can actually go ahead with this. Now, I would also like to give about 3 examples of how the IT has changed me and also changed things around me. Sometime last year, we're going to have the Youth Summit, which Madam, we actually lectured in the Youth Summit last year. Thank you very much for that brilliant lecture that you did. But to put that program together, I told myself, where will I get the money to put it together? I didn't want to delve into talk my savings or my personal money. I felt I should be able to give a personal testimony of how IT have changed my life. So, through my first child, she's been a PhD in the US. She was able to talk me into digital marketing, where I went to Amazon and I looked at some of the products on Amazon sites, and she told me the trick. It's not just enough to see product and want to sell that product. But when you see any product that had over 100 million orders or 200 million orders. That is what you should actually take. So I took those pictures of those products. I went to a site called FIDA, which will explain more because of the cost. And I advertised in FIDA. I've opened my own profile on Amazon. And to my greatest surprise, I saw that people were ordering this product from New Zealand, from Vanuatu, from Brazil, from countries I've never been, countries I've never heard of, from Lithuania, and other places. They were ordering this product. And I was being paid a commission from this product. At the end of the day, for 2 weeks, I think I made about 12.5 or 12.7 million naira when it was all converted. And it was easy to use that money for that particular summit. And I've never stopped since then. I still do it. And people ask me sometimes, people come to me and say, you wear pajamas in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Where do you work? And I say, what I do, the world is a connected place. I make money while you're sleeping, I make money while you're working. So that is that in digital marketing. And also, in Agbor here, we have someone who lives here but works with a Russian company, and he paid $7,000 monthly for the virtual work he does for them. It's because of his knowledge of IT, that's why he's able to do that. He read another course in the university. He went to probably do a program about 6 months in IT, and today he's helping himself. He's doing so well. He goes to the same market that me and you go to, that will end my he's earning dollars. So, you know. Then the last one is my own nephew, who read petroleum engineering. And when he finished, he came to meet me in Abuja and said, I'm done serving. I'd like to work in an NPC. Get me a job. He felt so entitled, so he was always home. Why I go meet my contacts in an NPC? And he said, yes, they will give me a job. Night time, she just relaxed, they will do that. While I was waiting, I encouraged him to go do data analytics. Gradually, he accepted. And eventually, I discovered that 4-5 months into it, I discovered that my nephew was buying nice shoes, nice wristwatches, nice things. And because it's not my son, I couldn't ask directly. But I went to my safe to check if anything was missing. Nothing was missing. Thank God we don't wear same size, so I couldn't wear my shoe. My shoe was missing. Nothing in the house was missing. So in order to ask him, I needed to prepare myself because, you know, if it's your son, it's easier to ask directly. But your brother's son, you have to prepare. So I told him that I was going to take him out to watch a movie and then out. So we watched the movie, I didn't say, when we were having dinner, I told him, I like your wristwatches. They're just like mine. How much is that? He said, $1 million naira. How are you able to afford a wristwatch for $1 million naira? I was hoping to tell you, but since you beat me to it, I work for a company in Norway. I'm like, excuse me. I don't know you know. You stay in this house. I leave you here, I travel, I come back and meet you. You don't even go outside the gate from dusk to dawn. Yet you say you're working for the company in Norway. You're always sleeping in the house. Your room is always locked. And he said, I work virtually. So he got onto his email and showed me his letter of employment. As at that time, I think he was earning 6,500 euros a month. And showed me another mail where he's given the option, if you choose to come to Norway, that what have you done? He said he has decided to go to Norway. At that point in time, and he also said that with his dependent and all that. And I looked at him. I almost want to say, I'm not your dependent. But I don't know that because if I was an American citizen, I probably would have been dependent now. You can imagine uncle becoming a dependent to his nephew because of this opportunity. Because of this, that's the problem. So now, father is in Norway, he's married, he's built his house here. But he did not use the course he studied in school to learn. And we know that one thing Delta State is model for, which His Excellency said we should try to change, is that negativism about pressing. Before now, Delta State unofficially adjourned the headquarters of fraud. And said before you can tell them not to do it, what alternative do you have? Strong about some of these opportunities. And said, I think this must suffice if they know that it is possible for them to be here and make money legitimately in dollars. Why wouldn't they? They will put in their soul and their life to do it. So it's based on that, we're able to put all of this together, and we should approach these schools and see how we can partner with them on this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Management staff, University of Delta, the two deans that are here, Director, Entrepreneurship, Senior Special Advisor to His Excellency on Entrepreneurship Development. I want to, on behalf of the management staff and students of University of Delta, welcome you to the university. Actually, we have been waiting for you because you, the last visit that you came, you said when this is ready, you will come back. But I want to appreciate you that you are using University of Delta as the last school to visit because you are going to do more for University of Delta. And we want to also appreciate you for your love for the university. Anywhere Dr. Peterson sees the Vice Chancellor, is always asking about the university, about the growth of the university. So we want to really appreciate you. I want to let you know that the university, we have a 300 level entrepreneurship development. And so we've been waiting actually. Because I told the director then that the program you were proposing at that time is going to benefit our own students more. Because gone are the days where you now say entrepreneurship is sewing, hairdressing and all that. We've gone beyond that. And I'm happy that the techpreneurship is where your interest is also, because that's the way to go. Recently, I visited University of Lincoln, and what they showed us mostly was this vertical farming. So all their engineering equipment that they were developing was just solely for farming, whereby they have this big farm. They do the vertical farming, not on the soil, up, and then they now created robots and all the farm implements, and the robot go to pluck the tomatoes. Robot go to, so they just stay in their offices. So you just a few people seated in the office, and then the robot go to pluck when they and they detect when they, with artificial intelligence, they're able to detect when the movement of the cross, and then the ripening process, when it's green, when it's light yellow, when it is red, ready to be plucked. And then they were showing us how the robot was moving, and the robot was plucking and filled up a basket in our present. That is awesome. So I want to appreciate you that you are really moving with the trend of things. God will help you. University of Delta, by God's grace, though we do not have large expanse of land, but very soon we are going to get it. So far, we have been getting a lot of donations here and there from the Oki community, from the community, from Agbor community. So we are going to have that large expanse of land that we are talking about by the special grace of God. But for the vertical farming, we can start with our agriculture department. When you are ready for you to see the site, you'll be able to come down with your technical people to see what we have on ground, how we can partner, because we must be among the first sets to start this particular project. So we want to welcome you and say we are really, really so glad that we are considering the institutions, because without this, we will not be able to move with the current trend in the area of agriculture and technology. And the important thing is practicalizing what you learn, unlike in those days that is all analytic method where you just you are taught and all that. And then we also have the cyber security department. We have software engineering and artificial intelligence. But with this type of program, it will enrich that particular courses that they are teaching. And so we want to say thank you very much. The university is ready to partner, because all of us are in this more agenda. And our youths will be able to not just be seekers of jobs, they will also be employers by the time they go through this process. And say we are eager, we are ready. Whatever you need, we have it. Even when we don't have it, we will go and purchase the land, isn't it? Yes. We will go and purchase land, because we must key into it. Because it will not be good that a project of this nature is starting from other universities. You start from here first. And I'm sure Dr. Peterson will start from UNIDEL. They will now migrate. So thank you very much. So we look forward to what you want us to do. How do we go about it? So that we can quickly key in, and then that would be great. And then that also will impact so well on the youths of this community, and it will reduce the Yahoo trend, and everybody will now know that there is money in farming, money in the techpreneurship. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Can we jam our hands for the Vice Chancellor? Thank you, Madam. The more the merrier. We may proceed down stairs for a good photograph. Oh, you want to?
Another member of our team, Mr. Michael Akarume, joined us. He's the Director of Admin in the Office of the Special Advisor. There's something else I wanted to add. For this engagement, we would like the university to nominate 2 or 3 or 4 persons for Agropreneur, the Agropreneurship program, and then about 3 or 4 persons for the Techpreneur, particularly persons who are in those areas to facilitate, and also to coordinate, a coordinating team to oversee all that we are doing. We will definitely have a WhatsApp group so that everybody will be seeing what is happening. Thank you.
Thank you very much.